What is up? It looks like I need to fix this. So, this is kind of a continuation of our, what's it called? It's kind of a continuation of our test from Saturday. There we go. You. Just adjusting myself here in the vertical stream, so if you happen to be there and see me sliding around, just trying to put myself in the center. Ugh. But yeah, so continuation, sort of the Saturday test, but we are streaming to YouTube in 1440p, and I'm going to double check that that is the case. But yeah, we're streaming to YouTube in 1440p, and I'm pretty sure we're streaming to Twitch in 1440p. I don't quite understand this. Oh. This should be set different. But I have it set to 15,000 bit rate. But because there's not a whole lot happening on the screen, it's not really sending a whole lot of information. Is my guess. Yeah, because now it says excellent connection. So I guess the bit rate popped up. Analytics. I wish the stream health tab on the YouTube stream was actually useful. Let's go here. And let me get this open. I want to open up Twitch Inspector. Twitch Inspector says, oh, it's only 1920 by 1080. I thought it would be 1440, but it's the HEVC stream. It's not 1440. So, yeah, not much I could do about that, unfortunately. But realistically, probably for the best. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at this real fast. How's this look? Boom. Looks pretty good, looks pretty good. Set this so it's 1440 by 60. Just want to do some quick moving around, you know, the kind of thing that'll trip up the encoder. It looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good for the fact that it's a dimly lit environment. And again, I just wanted to see that it wasn't making me blurry or anything with fast movement. So, yeah, we're good. Guys ready? Huh? Is this being dumb? The vertical stream crashed? Is that what happened? That's odd. I don't have any errors anywhere about anything. Yeah, I don't understand why it crashed. OBS just being silly. Maybe I clicked it by mistake? I don't see how I could have. Alright. So, last stream, we found out that Aaronville's mom is a strange floating cloud robot. And now we're gonna find out more about that. Aaronville is conflicted by this long-fated reunion. You and me both. Let's hear what she has to say. Let's. It's so wonderful to meet you all. And the students of Aldessian, it's been a while since I heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, this is just a body that I control remotely. I use this for our operations. We're members of a resistance organization, Oblivion, we call ourselves, and our goal is to thwart Zeralja's ambitions for conquest. Okay. As the leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see. Whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right, you are. Though, truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. And that is? As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Interesting. And then does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zeralja. But we failed to do that, and now he's taken his army outside the dome. None of you wear those strange devices on your heads. Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electrope technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? You mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to sudden death. such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Souls as a common resource and payment for services rendered. Pretty sick. The void-sent practice of consuming others for their ether comes to mind, and similarly, I expect that the act comes with some risk. Oh, Zero. Doesn't it dilute your sense of self? Wouldn't the consciousness of others corrupt your own? That is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management? Then the reason everyone has forgotten Namika's existence... The regulators are constantly recording the memories of the wearer, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how we preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being is that regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people by Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. I mean, sure, but... So this is what they meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It is a frightening function of the regulators and an integral step in soul cell production. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. It is then delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. I kind of figured that's where they were going with it, but... So they aren't allowed to mourn the loss of their fallen, but then consume their fallen. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to be, quote, remembered, unquote, forever. And this is why people are happy here? On its surface, it's similar to the Yakoi philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, the system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used Electro to devise a means to save what lives they could so that the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that Tirali would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wish. Sphene didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met. She's the one who suggested we come to the Thunder Yards in the first place. She also said she wants to help us stop Zoralja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she has given the people a choice. Live with the risk of true death or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Ugh. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it'd be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. Wonderful. I love how I had all these, like, conspiracy theories about, like, what Erinville's mom was gonna be and, like, the state of her and all that, and it just turned out that she was perfectly fine. It was legitimately just the fact that she's controlling a robot from far away. Interesting. Let me grab my carbuncle. There we go. Everyone here? Good. It is the responsibility of the Thunder Yard's hunters to fell any fiends found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika, one of these hunters. I really like the music for this zone, for the Yasalani zone. I'm not worried about that robot. Strika! What are you doing here, and with so many friends? Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Hunting, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on. I assumed they were wearing special regulators like Queen Sphene's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. It's much too dangerous to be here without one. What if they're struck by lightning, or attacked by beasts? I can assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there isn't really much to see. She said you were a hunter, but wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact that they're weak to lightning. The Thunder Yard being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. Some good they are, eh? But these facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any fiends. Given the danger, we're well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. The special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. I brought this lot here to see this danger you speak of. It was not too much trouble to ask. Ah, of course. In which case, it'd be a shame to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You all can handle yourselves in a fight, right? If you cause a ruckus slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. Interesting. I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can? Aside from Aaronville, obviously. The non-combatant. He'll stay with his mama. Pretty cool mount. What, this guy? This is one of the yokai watch mounts. It's the Jibanyan couch. This is the one that you get after you do... Why am I missing mounts here? It's the one you get for getting all of the yokai appearance weapons. Personally, I like the car and the whale the most. Either one of the whales. This one's not as cool because it doesn't have the extra seat on top. Like, I like that one a lot. What single player one? Yeah, but unfortunately both of the whales are store mounts, so I bought them back when I just felt like spending some money. So they're not obtainable within the game. I'm over here, like, not paying attention to what I'm doing, getting myself murdered in the process. Yeah, I can't heal myself like I could on the other job that I was playing the other day. Yeah, I like the look of this whale a lot more because it's the special space whale, but you don't get to see yourself on it. So, while I like the appearance of it, it's just not as cool because of the fact that you can't see yourself. However, it can hold up to 8 people inside of it, so there's that. I bought it when I thought I was going to get really into this game and join a guild and raid, so I'd have a mount that could take everyone to the raid. And then didn't. Oh, that looks like a big one. Is that one eye? That is one eye. This one will do nicely. She's a pugilist. Okay, she's a pugilist. It's fine, really. I've faced worse. Just watch. I don't like the looks of this. Let us help. Oh no. Look out! So she died. Then her thing's gonna turn on. Now she's back to life. Everyone's just looking at her. But we've already seen all this. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. I told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. She's gonna activate that thing. There it goes. Jeez. Just like Soralja, yeah. Come on, let's get out of here. And just perfectly back to normal. That's also a function of the regulator? Yeah. Putting them into crazy, powered up savage mode. It's regulating something. I think I understand now how Zoralja was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa, but I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Don't tell me. You empowered yourself with the soul of a beast? I'm reminded of the Serpentine soldier we encountered at the Vanguard, who did the same. So you've crossed paths with one of the King's elite? Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself on souls. We could do the same, in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they'd allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. Later. And there you have it. Regulars can be loaded with two kinds of souls. Those of people and those of beasts. Souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. What about the souls of beasts? They work much in the same fashion, imbuing you with the strength of the chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Strika. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws. Too many, and you'll become more beast than man. Changing one's form through the souls of other beings, it becomes more and more reminiscent of Voidsent. Yet, unlike the void, where the cycle of life and death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. Cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. It is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. The civilizations and the reflections are surprising indeed. Excuse me. Oh. Are we now going to be granted access to Solution 9? Well, we all have our thoughts on souls. For now, the important thing is we know what power Zoraljah has at his disposal. It is one thing to separate corporeal ether from incorporeal ether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer only Tuliola's concern. With his newfound power, Zoraljah has become a real threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped, no matter what the cost. Tender shortcake. Kafkui, I trust you gained enough insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all. But for now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. At this rate, there's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. Compass. 244 yalms to the east. Up on that ridge, maybe? Northeast? Yep, there it is. Those big, like, wingless pterodactyl looking things kind of skeeve me out a little bit. Not gonna lie. They're kind of giving me the heebie-jeebies, those things. Oh, wait. Might as well do it now while I'm here. We're detouring for some ether currents. For anybody who's watching and doesn't understand why I'm doing this, ether currents are how you unlock flying in a zone. There's multiple from... Where is it? There we go. So there's multiple to be found just lying around. That's these yellow ones, and then all the green ones you get from quests. Southwest. there it is. Or maybe that's the other way around. Maybe it's the green ones that you find and the yellow ones are from quests. Considering this is where we are right now and I've only found the 4. So that makes more sense. I don't remember there being that many quests that give either currents. There's like 5 per zone. And usually like one of the story quests is one, and then the other 4 are just like side quest things that you do. Okay. Lamachi, what you got for me? Sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tuliyollal and Alexandria. And while Zeralja knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower, Everkeep. So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kafkui and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust, but the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zeralja. Sphene, too, claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It is simple, really. Their leader is Erinville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sphene may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. A fair point. Knowing Zeralja, we must assume that his arrangement with Sphene was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that we can help, that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on, there's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliyollal. As you say, we have no proof that it's really Kafkua, but I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we are going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zeralja. What's more, I trust you, Erinville. You've always had great instincts honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a trap, we'll deal with it when it's sprung. Yeah. That's always the way of it with you. Fine, if you're set on this, then I'll say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Entrance to the Earth and Sky hideout. Why is it called the Earth and Sky hideout? It's giving me Prey Return to the Waking Sands vibes. Kafka, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Zeralja. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zeralja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize that this is sudden, that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal, so fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going it alone. While we've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. And it's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kokua. Everyone together will achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zeralja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides on the uppermost level, but while Queen's Fiend has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the Queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zeralja will eventually march on Tuliol again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliyola. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Kwana, who bested him in the right of secession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of our presence here. At that, I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with this wondrous realm, but if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. How do you suppose to do that? Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him, show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Kwana instead. He'll attack Tuliol again, like he said he would. I see. If you believe this the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliol requires that Zeralja leads his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Stola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. Seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zeralja to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourselves with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You will be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. Ah, how about that? Sween said that she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did? Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when working together. Not wrong. While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I'm Geode, the leader of this hideout, and the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and Wayakwi. I'm Nostalgia, pleasure to meet you. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wayakwa is a Tonawaltan name, isn't it? That's right. Our mother's Tuliolan, and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures. They're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me. So what made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to the hope that he'd be released, but when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We had already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now, everyone who had known him. That bastard, even here, he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while mine is a Tonawaltan name, I haven't the faintest how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see with my own eyes our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone's so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet the others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts. And Aaronville, one last thing. It isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out your mother. She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? That's not foreboding at all. Not in the slightest. Could it possibly have some kind of strange connotations? Meanwhile, in Everkeep. Ah, look who it is.
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me.
Oh.
Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliyola? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family.
What a tool.
The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
Yeah, they did.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I mean...
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Wook Lamont, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliyola.
So, what? He is telling Sphene that he can just kill all of her people, like turn the regulators off, I'm assuming. Or like send them all into a rage, maybe? Not for nothing, but I'm assuming that they're also powering the robots with the souls of the people. Only makes sense to me. Alright. Enough crow's waiting, let's head to the tower. I wonder what it was that Zeralja did to help Sphene in the first place, because he said that she relied on him. So I'm kind of looking forward to how that's going to develop. My guess would be that they had all the technology but we're being overrun by beasts and stuff like that. Or maybe, he slew the former king, who was some kind of crooked despot of some sort. I'm not 100% sure, but something definitely doesn't align properly. So then I'm assuming solution 9 is the Golden City. Because that's the only thing that makes sense. Ah, there you are. If Queen's Fiend is registered you as guest, you should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zoologist minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? Well, again, the idea here wouldn't necessarily be that she betrayed you, but she definitely got pulled into knot. Companions and I would like a pass, if you'd be so kind. Outrunner guide unit identified, registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified, verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome, guests of Queen's Fiend. What a relief. There you have it. Seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. It looks so small to me, but I'm assuming when you go in, it's going to be like gigantic.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Dawntrail, Solution 9. Crazy.
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electro, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed the light back home in Tuliolo.
This is like if
While I go
Kona
and
had
explain
his
the
wish.
situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sven and Zoologist Dominion, do you not?
Yes, we do. You had me at Explorer. I'm gonna pick the second one. First one's too cheesy.
It's no less than our duty.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sven's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. The elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right,
Act
then.
like you belong,
We'll show
yeah?
ourselves around.
Yes.
Be a little difficult.
Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Yeah. Especially with that
Once
expression
you've
on your
explored
face.
to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later.
Alright, when this cutscene is over, I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break because I need to get up and
speak with the
stretch.
residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
True. We haven't brought that up
What's
at all.
with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
It's a big tower,
So,
apparently.
what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That, I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe.
I don't trust it.
Tell
Still.
me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in him.
Yeah, you know, I only
You
saved the
must have been through
universe.
a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Alanashpir, why didn't you mention this sooner?
You want to explore together?
Sure thing, Lamont.
It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
I love her character. I don't understand why there was so much vitriol around her. I think she's great. Alright. So like I was saying, let's take like, let's say a 5-minute break, but honestly, probably 10. I just need to get up, I need to stretch, I need to move around. So I'll be right back, and I'm gonna play a 3-minute ad so that we disable pre-rolls for the next hour. So if you don't want to watch the ad, or you just don't want to hear it, just mute us for a couple minutes, and in 3 minutes we'll be back to normal. Oh, I have to fix my smoke puff because since I adjusted my camera differently, it doesn't quite work properly. Granted, I could always just adjust my camera up a little, but then that's the corner of the green screen right there showing up. It's like right there. Let's see, does that work? Sort of. Sort of, but not quite. Also, the poof didn't work properly, unless... No, apparently I don't have VideoTube open. That's weird, because I don't remember closing it earlier. There he is. Anyway. Lamachi. Towers inside a tower. I see, but I still can't believe it. For now. I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Sounds like a plan. Ethernet. No, that means no mounts. Makes sense. This is a city. I like the music here quite a bit, actually. Crossroads already? This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. Right, I made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. Sure. I'll be there in a moment. Right, attune to the aetherite. Lay node 9. Wooklama. It's a big tower.
Ah! There you are! Lamati!
That would have been a good screenshot.
Sphene!
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Right.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh.
Oh, a request, you say?
I don't like the sound of that.
Yes, an important one.
What might that be? What might that be?
I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste.
She's wanted to fight him for a long time now.
Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zorolja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him.
Yeah?
I know you love your people too. And so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
Right.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zoralja
speak.
will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
What's that even supposed to mean?
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihyolal. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please.
Never fear, I'll be there alongside her.
So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
Yeah.
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself.
Good. Teach us.
If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're
So,
in your capable hands.
Sphene doesn't have comrades, apparently. Or
That
anyone she
you
can
are.
trust, I'm assuming.
This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour. I promise.
Complete. Pow, 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 pow. Sphene. Sphene stands ready to take you on a tour of Solution 9. Let's begin then, shall we? We shall. I must say I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing. I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are situated near ley nodes, what you call aethrites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Okay? Now then, seeing as it is right here, I'll show you to the Nexus Arcade first. Please, follow me. Nexus Arcade, I like the sound of that. Car has 8 wheels. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technological conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? That's an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing us to swiftly move between faraway places. That will spare us some walking. Are they also made from that strange metal? What's it? Yes. The conveyors are powered by electro. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. Makes sense. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electro can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In doing so, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert it to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What's more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it's possible to alter one's appearance. It's almost scary what you can do with electro. Such a wondrous material existed in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. Are we gonna get an Echo Vision? Give us an Echo Vision. Come on. The shop over here, what does it sell? Yes, let's go and take a look. I dare say you will find it interesting. That look she shot us was something. This shop sells food. Those are the items on the counter. That's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. Your countrymen were too in the beginning. Come, you must sample something. Choose one and I'll purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky you are for Her Majesty to treat you. The 5 items on display are our most popular. I recommend one of them if it's your first time. Do you now? Are those grapes? Tell me these are grapes. Synthetic fruit pellets? They're our best approximation of the taste and texture of grape. I've never tried the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are, but there's no denying their popularity. What's this? Keen on the perfect meal bar, are you? It's all the nutrients your body needs packed into a single foodstuff. The flavor is formulated to never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Huh. What's this? Ah, the revivifying tonic. I take it you're thirsty? I didn't get to read the second part. The flavor is a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it stays fresh for over 10 years thanks to the special container. Jeez. Ah yes, the salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their figure. With its blend of 9 varieties of vegetables, it'll help your efforts to slim down. Fashion models swear by it, and the youths can't get enough of the stuff either. What's this last one? This here is cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's a sight more affordable. This particular product is known as Gold Label, and it's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. Sure, let's try the steak. Well, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have the steak like you. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selections here now? It's been a long time since we've had newcomers. I'd love to see your reactions. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture, bro. Let's dig in. Sure. Alright, here I go. Following Wook Lamott's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing! I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like Veronique, and the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Don't mind them, they're just happy to see your honest reaction. And how about you? Pretty good. Let's go with that. It's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back. Though it was chaotic when the people of Tuliyola first arrived, we endeavored to learn about one another and embrace our differences. Alright, what about you, Sphene? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate the thought, but I'm fine for now, thank you. She doesn't eat, does she? Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experiences have led me to believe the same. My favorite food. Is it such a difficult question? I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. Nice. I'm sorry, are we being watched by a tiny blue Hubigo? I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well. Next, I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can tend to personal matters. It's a visitation to be precise, and I believe it'll be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful. Let me know when you've seen enough here and we'll make our way. I just need to attune to the shard before you send me off in some random direction. Okay. Access to the arcade. Ready? Then let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I'd be glad to tell you of any places of interest. Okay, well, of course. I didn't know if she was gonna whisk me away or not, but I guess not. Interesting. Would seem that I need to get up on top of this thing. Mosaic. Know what this feels like? It feels like I'm freaking in Destiny right now. This is Mosaic Cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see. In Tuliyola, there's a similar establishment called Jabalti. That's seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In our continent, the races are named for stones. There's the hewn, who resemble some of the Tonamata, the tall and graceful Eldite, and the diminutive and affable Milala. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors, thus did the founder choose to name the cafe. That's nice. If they serve tacos here, it'd be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Turali dish, and one of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Oh, yes, definitely. She doesn't eat. We'll make it happen once we restored peace to Tuliyola. Right, let's continue on. Telling you. This fiend's like some kind of weird hologram person that isn't real in some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna attune to this before I talk to you in case you cutscene me away from here. Okay. And here we are. These buildings are where our citizens live. They're massive, each one's bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartment is in the building on the left here, at residential radius 914. Residential radius? That's right, come, the doors open automatically. So, building on the left. Interesting. This is the place. A mother and son live here. Okay. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today, is that alright? Of course, friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please, make yourselves at home. How's Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Soul sickness. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etheric imbalance towards lightning. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. This fiend visits often, does she? She does. Milos simply adores her. He sometimes even manages a smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us, and we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself, understood? There's nothing you can do for him? Perhaps a treatment with souls, or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age and illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases has risen dramatically these past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? When are we gonna get echo visions? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make a proper visit next time with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it weren't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Thank you, Queen Sphinx. He spoke? It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back soon. So be a good boy, for your mother and for me. So, how is it your fault? Spill the tea. My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is part of life in Alexandria, and I thought that you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. I'll make it so unfortunate children like Milos smile again. Sure, but you could just tell us what causes it since you have an idea. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please do not worry. Next, I'll show you to one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. To reach it, we need to go by way of Lane Node 9, where the 8th ray is situated. Hey. It's a good thing I've been tapping all these 8th ray nodes as I've been walking by them. Her people, her family, accepted. Are we gonna learn about what has conspired to make this place the way it is? There's so many people here watching cutscene. Conveyor head will transfer you to the government sector, where Resolution is located. The markings on a conveyor indicates direction, and there's a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, bro. How's this work? Interesting. So it's like a teleport? A little bit like a teleport, a little bit not. Aethernet shard. Attune. Alright, Sphinx. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside. Okay. Is this like hospital?
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians and has been for quite some time.
Okay.
But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
Won't you? I'm keen to learn too.
Very well.
Oops, I didn't mean to.
In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago it said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land.
Okay.
4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved.
Okay.
But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation. Electrope.
Sure.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
But there's so much of it. So, how did you get so much of it?
One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing.
Sure.
Dubbed Electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives.
Okay.
So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking Electrope from others.
And that's...
Fighting was isolated and sporadic, until Electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge.
Okay. And you
As the
pulled
war came to a
Zeralja.
head, Alexandria's neighbor Lindblom committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass
Lindblom,
destruction.
you say?
They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
Yeah. I mean, which one do we pick? Umbral Calamity, Flood of Light, Flood of Darkness.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime.
Mm-hmm.
But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel specter of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul.
Okay.
Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on.
To what
This
extent,
belief
though?
sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
Sure.
That's quite a tale.
But if you wipe the memories of people from people, then do they live on?
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the
matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
Why do you have no souls left?
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I
Interesting.
see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
Ah.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Ain't that the truth?
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy, out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9.
Suppose.
I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin
Diplomatic.
up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
Diplomatic, but the way she like giggled when she was looking down gave me very much "I'll kill you in your
I'm
sleep"
sorry you had to see
vibes.
that. Let's keep moving, shall we?
You know? Like, very much gave me that
Right.
like
I believe
feeling
we visited all
of
the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That
as soon
man
as
from
everyone
before,
walks away,
does that sort of
she's
thing
going to
happen
like
often?
go in there and like turn off his little device, and he's just gonna be like,
Somewhat.
"Ugh."
It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life.
Okay.
Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws.
Sure.
For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Okay.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamulja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
I don't think she's on the same page as you. At all.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's
So
nothing of
dumb.
import. Well,
You act
it was
like you
lovely
couldn't
showing
have
you around.
shared it. Look, the robot's walking away. Tell us what you need us to know.
Of course.
Do it. Do it.
Thanks so much for the tour.
Ugh,
We've learned not only about your realm,
how
but
exhausting.
you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja.
For now.
But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd
She's
like
already
that
seen it.
very much.
She was there during the attack. We saw her. Right? Like, this isn't some magical haha he he I'm neutral nonsense. Like, she's more than willing to expand into Tuliolal.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path.
Yeah. She has no qualms against taking the lives of all your people
Forgive
to add
me,
them to the
Val
souls.
Wuklamart, but I must disappoint you.
Ugh. Tool. Written well, but that's all I have to say about that. What was Fiend wanting to tell us, I wonder? Well, it can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now. Should probably go to Kafka's meeting point. That'll be the way back we came, I think. Yeah, she has no problem selling you straight out. And that's just the facts. But regardless, I'm gonna go over here, turn in this quest, and then I'm probably gonna call it for the night. I'm actually exhausted, if you can't tell from all the yawning and everything during the stream. I went to sleep pretty late last night, so I want to turn this in, see whatever cutscenes it's gonna do and all that, and then that'll be it for today. I know it's an early end for us, but I just can't keep it up. Sheen genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. Cool. So, no cutscene, no nothing. That's gonna be it for today, guys. I know it was only 2 hours, but sometimes that's just the way it is. I will catch you on Thursday. We're going to continue our Diablo challenge on Thursday. I haven't actually touched it since Sunday, so we'll be kind of continuing where we left off. Either way, I'll see you guys next time. Take care of yourselves, and hold up. Let me change that so it's not there when I come back. Peace out.